Greetings,
Hello.
everybody.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
New Year's.
New
New,
us.
new us.
New me,
This is
specifically.
our new identity. That's what we identify as these days. This is our identity for 2020. You have to respect us. We are the socks eyes peoples of I don't know where, but
And we will be respected. You
yes,
hear
we will
me?
be appreciated. We will be loved. We will be, I don't know, we will get our rights back from the people who
Yes,
oppressed us.
yes. And we will get more movie. Uh,
Movie
Yes, we'll
roles.
get
I like
more
it.
more Marvel roles. Yeah, I
We'll
want
get
them
more
all.
Marvel roles. Yes,
more
yes.
I want a
Marvel
sock
roles.
superhero.
We'll get more marches in our favor.
Yes.
More laws.
Yeah, starting with Amsterdam. It usually begins there.
Yes.
We are tired of being associated with other people's shoes, all right? We are socks people. We're our own people. And maybe we like feet, but that does not relate to other people's shoes, all right?
Preach it, sister.
Preach. Preach it, girl.
Okay.
Preach
Okay.
it.
Okay, I have to take this out. Ugh. Oh God. Hello,
Oh.
people. Welcome to the
Are we
salt grinder.
Are we done?
Yes.
What the
We're-
bro?
What?
Was I facing? Okay, never mind. We're not gonna talk about it.
Uh, I wasn't looking at anything. So, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, as we all had over here.
I hope we had a wonderful second day of 2020. I know a lot of people enjoyed that one.
Yes. Let's. Well, do you guys have any New Year's resolutions this year? Go to the gym. It's about
no,
it
actually,
for most people
I-
before they quit.
No, I did. I had one in particular. My only New Year's resolution was not to sleep before 12 p.m. because that's the only thing I miss because of my job. I never get to sleep after that. So, right, and New Year's resolution up until today, I've been sleeping at like 4 a.m., 2 a.m., just in the a.m. spectrum of the time. So I'm happy. I fulfilled my New Year's resolution.
Hey, welcome to the club. What time did you usually go to bed for work? What time do you wake up for work?
I wake up at 7:30 a.m. So
Oh,
half
big
an
man.
hour before this stream is supposed to start.
Nice. I was used to waking up early.
Oh, I hate it. I despise it. I take up as much, most of my, like, you know how in work, like you have like 4 days. I think it's the same for you guys. 4 days where you're allowed to like show up late or do any other errands outside of work. You can just call in that diplomatic favor.
No, we don't
You don't
have
have that? Holy shit, you guys suck.
The whole point of a schedule of work is to show up on time.
No,
Just
we
because
have-
you're a glorified toilet plunger and you have to do that like once a month doesn't mean others
Okay,
have the same luxury.
You don't even know the tip of the iceberg, man. They have a law. I've seen it in that country where basically, if there is a working day between two vacations, it's automatically a vacation. So they get super long weekends, like 4 or 5 days long.
Yeah, that just happened. New Year's was Wednesday, so
See,
they
that
gave
can
us
happen
Thursday
here.
as a vacation too.
That can happen here, but you have to ask for it in advance. Like 2 weeks in advance. It's brutal.
Ask
Nah,
for
just
it. We
everyone
don't
gets-
ask for it. We just don't bloody show up.
Yeah, some people do that here too, and they get fired.
No, we don't get fired because you use your sick day that day if they don't give you the vacation. But the attendance is so minuscule, the government reached the point of like, you know what, let's just make it official. Make
Dude,
it
it's so
official.
sad here that some people don't even get the proper vacation that they're supposed to get because of their job. And so they have to use their sick days as vacation days. Some people get more sick days than they do vacation days. Some jobs, I'm convinced, don't even offer vacation days anymore. They just offer days for you to pretend to be sick.
Well, yeah, that's how we use it here. We rarely use sick days. Besides, I don't feel like waking up. You know.
I'll be honest, I've
And
blown a week before just because I didn't want to get up day after
yeah,
day after day. I'm like, what's one more day? And then one day
you
turns
know
into
that,
two, three, a
you know
week.
that flu is really looking Spanish right now. It's just.
Weird way to put it, but sure, let's go with that. It's looking like it's craving some Spanish food right now.
Yes.
Some
My New
español,
Year's
see?
resolution is to eat less Chinese food, so that's that.
Oh, you're not into that Asian puss anymore? He
Expired
calls
date, yeah. That's
himself
all I can
Asian
say.
Destroyer, so that's
That
what
is
people
my
would
gamer
like.
tag. Excuse me. Don't shout out my gamer tag like that. Okay?
Naturally,
Why
you don't
not?
want
Why
people
not?
spamming him with invites.
Yeah, man.
It's not going to be game invites either. They're going to want to get into a party with him and ask him about, tips. What are the tips? How do you eat Asian pussy? What's that about?
Chopsticks mainly, but other things usually.
That's exactly what I wanted you
No,
to say.
because
Yes.
no, this joke is multi-layered. See, because the Chinese eat cats, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes, I'm surprised nobody got that. I'm like, oh, you guys took the other.
No, we just
No,
wanted
no,
to make.
we-
We wanted
like
you to
that
feel
one.
bad. Just
Yes, we wanted you to contribute.
Oh, right,
But the
right.
conversation is also multi-layered. So it's like somebody has to bring up the topic and somebody has to respond with the according topic and vice, You guys all fulfilled
Well-
the right responses. We all did our parts.
Yes,
Good job,
yes.
team.
good job.
God bless America.
God bless 2020. Preach, sister.
Are
That's another thing. Here's something.
Are
You know
you
how
guys
people
ready
say.
for World War III?
You know how
Yeah.
people hold on before we get to that. I have to get to something a lot more important. You know how
Sure.
people are always talking about stuff we should leave in the last decade. Let's leave
Okay.
the black women clapping at every rhythm that they speak at. Can we leave that in 2019, 2010 to 2019? What's with all these black girls? It's always black girls too. And the white girls that you see doing it are just posers. They have to clap as they're talking.
What happened to the sassy
They do?
snap? You know.
I would take that. You know what's funny is I think that spawned in the early 2010s as well. But no, it's just it evolved to clapping, and I don't understand it. It's annoying. They do it in your face. How is this a productive way to communicate? Let's leave that in 2019. All right, so World War III.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Because I don't know how to continue this thought train, you little bitch. How do you do that?
How do you do
I
what,
don't even
clap
know
when
where
you
it came
speak?
from.
No, because
Bad day at
I've never
work?
seen a black woman do that. But granted, our black women are very different from your black women, sir. So
I'm gonna bring
we
back
don't-
an OG comment from a couple weeks ago. Kuwait has black people?
Of course we do.
Yes.
We have everything here. We even have you guys and you guys, both of you,
What does it mean, us guys? What do you mean?
Canadians, naturally.
Oh, okay. Yes, go ahead.
What? Okay, so can somebody tell me, if are people serious with this World War III crap? Because I'm not sure anymore. I thought the people were joking.
They're
But
serious
then
about the memes.
Well, yeah, leave the memes aside. Anything happens, people meme it. That's fine. But there are people legitimately panicking, and I'm like, what?
I think I am for 2% of my being. It's not every day you wake up from your evening nap instead of just going to sleep and you check Twitter and then you find out that World War III, Iran, and the US and Trump are all trending at the same time.
Dude, Iran is like the best enemy you can have for a World War III, if you think about it. Because they can't attack you and you can't attack them. So it's a status quo.
Well, it's a lot of people believe they're going to respond.
Respond with what?
We're waiting to find out.
Well, here's the thing. Trump's attack was a response, right, to what Iran did with the riots attacking the U.S. embassy. You know,
That and there
Yeah.
was an alleged attack that he that particular general was planning on DC apparently.
oh, he was trying to hit D.C.
That's what
Wow.
Matt Walsh reported. So we'll see how that story evolves.
Man, all I
in
really
either
care
case,
about
yeah.
is how a video has been surfacing of Trump back in like 2011, 2012, where he's like accusing that Obama is gonna declare war on Iran just to ensure that he's gonna get reelected. Now, guess what's happening?
Well, not only is it ironic, but it's usually the Republicans who are known to thrive off of war. Democrats are tend to thrive off of economy. And the reason why that's ironic is because Trump, as a Republican, but as a former Democrat, is not thriving from war, at least not yet, but he's thriving from the economy. The US has a great economy at the moment. And
But,
Trump's a
Louis,
Republican, so people think he's turning the tides, but
Louis, let's not kid ourselves, okay? Your nation has been technically at war for the past since the Cold War. Okay.
How many current wars
you're not
are
supposed to say that out loud. A lot of people here don't like to hear that.
Oh, sorry. Let's distract people of thoughts of mindlessness. Pussy, 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 crap, crap.
Chopsticks?
Yeah.
Asian puss.
Come hit me up at my Minecraft server.
What do you think people prefer, Chinese pussy or Japanese pussy?
Oh, Japanese, definitely.
By far.
'Cause-
I think
Dude,
it's
I did
overrated, but
No, it is overrated, but comparing it to Chinese is like there is no competition. The Chinese female wants to wreck your life to sustain the marriage. The Japanese female just wants anything because they don't have anything there.
oh yeah.
Well, boys, it's time to move to
That
Japan. See, Code Provider had it right all along. He learned Japanese,
No, they
moved
don't
over
want
there and
weebs.
teach English.
They do not want weebs. Trust me. Just take my word for it. They do not want weebs. They have enough of those around.
They'll take anything they want, bro. Right? They can
If
get.
only they were just a little bit closer to the Syrian region, could have Sweden too. That tends to work. It raises the population. Yeah.
Sweden. Mwah.
I like to call it Swedistan.
Swedistan. I like to call it the Great Syria, but that is maybe a bit too early.
Dude, I saw this GIF, right?
Right.
And that GIF, it was sent in the group, man, so you know about it. But
Please don't
it's
tell
about. Yes, I will. I will do that one. It is fucking tremendous. Now it's a matter of finding it. Fuck, I hate finding memes.
Go to like
That's
media and click on the media button, and then you see them. Yeah,
What?
I work for Microsoft.
No, you don't.
I remember back in the Xbox 360 days when everyone's dad worked for Microsoft.
Really, that happened?
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
every kid that raged at you ever was bragging about, I'm gonna get my dad to delete your account or hack it. He works for Microsoft, or he's the owner of Microsoft. That
Wow,
and the amount
okay.
of kids that made fun or apparently had sex with my mom.
My
Oh, of
dad
course,
is
that's-
Melinda Gates.
What?
Melinda Gates.
My dad is Melinda.
Oh wait, does Melinda Gates identify as male?
Maybe.
You can't
I don't
assume.
think you can't assume. Yeah, I was
Okay,
about to
I
say.
can't find it. I can't find it. Well, let me describe it. Okay.
It's because you
you
have
know-
a Samsung.
Shut
No
up,
way.
Louis. You
No.
iPhone using piece of shit.
Shut up, Trillion. Just get to your
Listen,
point, okay? The fact that you need a
it's-
meme to explain your stream of consciousness here.
No, it's Doctor Strange replicating himself to fight Thanos, but Doctor Strange is a Syrian family entering a Western country. The second they enter a Western country, they Doctor Strange, and next thing you know, there's a zillion of them around.
Have you sent me this
Right.
one before?
I'm not sure. I liked it so much that maybe I have. Also, Hassan, you dumb person. Yes, I already sent you the link.
This is a brother moment.
Who's Hassan? I only know ARAB 007.
Oh yes, of course.
Arab.
We have to talk to him or we have to refer to him by his secret identity, right?
What's he gonna come in with this time? That's my question.
But hold on. Let's continue the World War III crap, okay? The thing that annoys me most is that people here everybody was laughing, right? But then you go to Twitter trending.
Yeah.
There are 3 Twitter trendings of World War III. And I've discovered this, which is like that there's one that's exclusive for the memesters. The memesters have one for themselves, right? And then like the panic hoarders, the people who thrive off panic, they have their own. It's weird, but like with each hashtag, it has its own fucking like structure and amount of people who are willing to participate in it.
Greetings, Arab money.
I'm mildly allergic to these sounds. Can you stop?
Yes. Hello. You look different.
No, you know what
shaved.
For a second,
Yes.
the angle, the camera, the lighting, and everything, he looked like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward got normal. Remember that, or like his face? Just for a second, I saw him in you.
No, it will take a while to get used to. Whenever somebody shaves, they're like, "Oh, what is that?" It's right now.
I got the baby face going on with the shit.
Yes.
Oh, that's what it is.
I used to have the baby face too, and then I got an engineering degree.
Didn't your
It's
mom
funny.
tell you to shave your beard?
I actually didn't want to shave. I was trying to trim my mustache, but I cut too much of it off. So if I left it there, it would have looked ugly. So I had to shave the rest of it off.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. That's how people start with the baby face. If their culture does not promote baby facing, like this fucking scumbag Lewi here.
Yeah. And I don't have enough to grow a beard yet. I still have to wait a little bit.
Yes.
I cannot get a good
Dude,
beard yet.
I was in your shoes. Okay, I was in your shoes. That's why, for the longest time, I just shaved like a gentleman.
I'm probably
Instead
going to
of
go bald as soon as I get a beard, because I know pretty much anyone can be bald with a beard, but very few people can pull off the bald look without a beard.
Oh, that's ugly.
I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to be bald without a beard.
And you shouldn't. There's nothing glorious about looking like a freshly circumcised dick.
I mean, there's people like actors like The Rock and Bruce Willis who can pull it off, but that's more so because they're, super muscular.
Well, The Rock kind of rocks a beard. No pun intended.
There's that one Johnny guy from that website.
Johnny.
I'll leave it for the OGs. You can carry on.
Johnny.
Okay,
I probably know who you're talking about, but I just got to remember Johnny.
Yeah. Imagine me without the beard right now. It will be just an amalgamation of brow, right? It will be just an enhanced brow just jumping at you. I had to have some hair somewhere.
Oh, that's a funny sight, actually. Imagining you without a beard the way you are right now.
Yes.
Can we get some old pictures, please?
Yeah. Can someone Photoshop his beard off?
Just attach my old face to my new face. Maybe that would work. Where are you, the Photoshop fucking magicians out there? Just, do us a solid. Show us how full Trilly would look like, but keep the brow. It's the trademark. It's the branding color or the branding tag or whatever they call it.
It's the only thing left. Is what it is.
The clan tag.
Okay, since you're here, Hassan, we have a good amalgamation of people. So I want to start a segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting for other guest appearances in here.
Now,
What's up,
I wanna start
Hi.
giving awards. Okay, for the last decade.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start with Game of the Decade. What do you think, you guys? What's the Game of the Decade for you guys?
Apex Legends.
Shut up, Lewi. You don't have an opinion.
Specifically, the.
No, that's Fortnite. It's fine.
Specifically, the Fortnite game mode with Thanos. I think that's an important one. Yeah.
What, the rap battle affected your decision? Is that it?
Oh, isn't it so
He lost
appropriate?
it. He got beat in that battle.
Well, yeah, of course. Oppenheimer was fucking
You know-
destruction in that.
Okay, wait. I have listened to that a few more times, and I'm telling you, Thanos was actually on fire until he drops the Fortnite line. Ask anyone.
Yes,
the
yes, he
Fortnite
was.
line demolished him.
What
Everyone was like,
Fortnite
he's
line?
doing all right. His first verse was really good.
Man, why are they pandering to the Chinese government
Hmm.
every time?
It's
Also-
all about money.
Also, can I say how appropriate it is that Epic Rap Battles appealed, like they posted Thanos versus Oppenheimer, the battle between the destroyer of worlds,
At the end of
on
the
the brink
century,
of World War III.
and that as well. And that as well.
Speaking of World War III and New Year's resolutions, my only real New Year's resolution is just to not get drafted for World War III.
There won't be a World War III, you silly man.
Are you the only one carrying your family name?
No.
Oh. Yeah, you're screwed then.
Oh, Louis, you fucking asshole. That was the plan, wasn't it? Your dad doesn't want you to get drafted. We have one kid, just one kid.
My parents thought ahead, yes.
Yes.
Your parents are pandering to Chinese doctrine, one child rule.
Bro, what I can't wait for, I'll tell you this, is all the feminists to get upset that now they're going to be
Oh, yes.
treated equally and get
Oh,
drafted.
yes. Oh, yes.
Well, actually, what most of them do is they'll get pregnant by another man in the military so that they don't have to go to war. That's what most of them end up doing.
See, that's,
My prediction is that we're just gonna get a new breed of feminists that actually likes being drafted, and then you'll have
so
that. Okay.
this will be
There's always going to be those
Feminists
lunatics,
after-
right? Yeah.
no. This will be feminists after fucking World War III. All right.
Hold on, let me.
What did Wilbur say? Like, you can take the most hardcore feminist, short hair and everything. Just on your face, you shoving a stick son of a bitch, and the second the crisis happens, she'll twist those small hairs into pigtails and be like, "Ooh, I'm just a girl."
I just want to go play jump rope.
But hey, stick on topic, guys. Game of the year or the decade? Yes, game of the decade. What is it?
Well,
You know-
the new
Oh,
decade has just begun, so Cyberpunk 2077.
Well,
I would
we
say-
already know who won that one, but before.
Okay, what
Yes.
is the game that has been consistent every single year?
I think the
FIFA.
most important game of this decade, which may not necessarily be the best one in terms of gameplay, just recently came out this fall. UPS Simulator. I mean, it's the importance of this game is it shows that video games don't have to be fun to give you an enriching experience. And I believe this is the direction we need to go.
No, you shut your mouth.
I mean, by that logic,
Some-
Death Stranding wins, right? The walking simulator, the
Dude.
ghost.
Kojima
Dude,
can do no wrong.
Bethesda right now are salivating from that statement. Don't you dare.
Bro,
Don't
that-
you dare.
Fallout 76, that's the game of the decade. That's the game company of the decade. Let's release a game that's not even finished and then make people feel bad that they bought it and then keep charging people actively for it and never fix it.
And
Louis,
give
it
bad
did
merch to
great.
compliment.
It
I know.
did great.
Unfortunately.
They made. But seriously, though, I think the game of the decade is Minecraft. How do you make you live and you die and you live again? It's always great.
I hate
Okay.
Minecraft. I can't.
You look
Whoa.
like you'd hate Minecraft.
I sold all my Lego Star Wars thinking that Minecraft could replace it, and it's just not the same.
You
Oh,
sold
so-
your Lego Star, like even the GameCube versions?
Yeah, the video games.
I thought like you were collecting Lego
My man.
sets.
No,
Pretty-
Lego
Yeah,
sets
me too.
too. Both. Both.
You still.
You
Ugh.
you sold your Lego sets.
Don't
'Cause I
blame
thought-
Minecraft for your bad decisions, Mr. Arab Money, sir.
I blame Minecraft for all my bad Lego Star Wars decisions.
Now, here's the thing. Now, Abby was supposed to be here, and he would have argued Minecraft as well. However, my argument is it's The Witcher
Can
3.
remakes and remasters be included?
Yes. Anything you want that came out.
Don't you
this
think
decade.
he'd argue the Shadow of the Colossus remake?
No, now that you said that, actually, now that you said that remakes and reboots are allowed, I know the worst game of the decade, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Sure.
With this new rule set, Tetris 99.
Yes.
Tetris is the best game of life in existence, the greatest, the peak gaming has ever reached. And the new one is just driving me insane. Every time I close my eyes, all I see is blocks going down.
You know
And
what?
I'm missing that one block every single time.
I think this is the hardest decade for game of the because so much happened these past 10 years. I didn't even think about it. I was only 10 years old 10 years ago. Like so much happened.
Yes, plenty
No.
happened. But I argue The Witcher wins it for one reason in particular, because it
The one
convinced
scene in the
people.
bathtub.
Yes, but no. The main reason is it's because it proved that if you make a super quality game, it can make money for 5 years in a row being single player. Okay? They destroyed every business model the US ever came up with. You know, you have to shit out a game every year. You have to shit out bad content. You have to put like DLCs that do nothing just to make your money back. The Witcher sat, smoked its pipe, and be like, bitch, watch me. And 5 years later, people are playing it more now than they played it 5 years ago because of the Witcher Netflix series.
Hasn't Nintendo been doing that the entire time with their IPs though? Like Mario and Zelda and Metroid?
No, not that long.
The new game comes out, and then people play that, and then a lot of people buy it, but not a lot of people talk about it. You know, if you played the Mario game, you've played a Mario game. You might as well pick out a random Mario game from any shelf and play it.
That's not true. That's not true. I would rather play Mario Galaxy over 64 Sunshine any day of the week.
Yes, but the
Definitely
design
not the same.
principles are the same. The design principles are the same.
But
With
there's
that
a
point-
lot of variables involved that
Of
greatly
course.
differ the overall experience.
Yes, but let me guess. Mario jumps. He does. If it's 3D, there are 3 fucking stages to every boss, and you collect a ton of shit while you're walking around.
You would be right.
Yes. You know, when you pick out a Mario game, it's a safe zone. You know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be at least halfway decent. These are guaranteed. Like, this is the guaranteed moneymaker for Nintendo. Whenever they make a new IP, they make up for it by releasing 5 Mario games and 2 Zeldas. You know, to make sure any financial losses are like compensated for. But that's besides the point, right? The reason The Witcher had such a dynamic effect is it broke every norm during that time. Single player is dead. Nope. You need to release a game every year. Nope. They proved that one great game you can make can last you a lifetime of revenue, which is still relevant to this day. So, for its impact on the industry itself, I would give it to The Witcher. Otherwise, I would agree with Minecraft.
What about the new Kingdom Hearts?
I don't want to talk about
Please
that
stop.
game.
Please stop. But since he brought up impact on industry and like longevity in that, I want to nominate, even though it wasn't released this decade, but because of that, I want to talk about it. Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like 12 years old and still being played by millions of people.
There's a lot of people that complain about its current state right now, though.
Yes, it's certainly over the past like 4 years dropped since Valve doesn't even care about it anymore.
I think
Valve
people-
doesn't care about it anymore.
Speaking of
Overwatch came
Valve,
out.
Speaking of
like
Valve,
it.
people are getting sick of them in general because when they announced a new Half-Life game, it turned out to be a VR game.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The only reason they did that is to promote the VR machines. I know that much.
But
And like-
it's just it's so disrespectful.
Guys, remember?
understand
You guys
that.
wanted Half-Life 3?
Dude, in the end, people go to Steam and Valve for their winter sales, for their good customer service, for their like overall great launcher design. So
I just
you know,
I just don't get why people will pull their wallet out for stuff they don't want. Like Kingdom Hearts 3. Everyone knew it was bad, but people were still buying it and playing it
because people are
waited
desperate.
so long. They don't
Yeah.
want to feel like they waited 13 years for nothing, but just move on. There's other games out there.
People are desperate, and not only that, most video game companies, they have to release their shit to make the money back, and they know there's enough scum on the internet that will buy it.
Or
Because-
parents who don't know any better that will buy for their little kids.
Well, yeah, that
I
too.
remember with Kingdom Hearts. Remember that game was popping on Twitch like 100K viewers. It was beating out Fortnite for 2 days,
3
And-
or the PS4
and-
re-releases?
and then it absolutely died. No, the newest Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
I didn't play it. Not that I played anything this generation.
This makes me think about the situation with the new Pokemon games, right? If you ask the majority of the serious Pokemon fans, they would tell you that it's a terrible game, or at the very least, they will tell you it's overpriced for what it is.
It
But
could be
it's sold
$40.
so much.
Yes.
It's sold so much just for the fact that it's a Switch game, and everyone has Switches. No one had 3DSs compared. And so you have these people who used to like watch the anime when they were kids, and now they jump on it, and they have no idea if it's good or not. on
Well, yeah,
Pokemon
naturally.
I just felt so defeated when I was clocked in and I just saw this game flying off the shelves and all my coworkers buying it, even though they knew it was bad. It's like there's just no backbone.
Yeah, I love how all these people are like, we're gonna boycott the new gen because we don't have the complete decks, and then they all bought it, the scum. Right? But here's the thing. There may be a competitor to Pokemon this year, and it's coming somewhere January.
Gen Con?
Yes. And I'm jumping on that hype train right now.
You guys know the
Okay.
Digimon games are doing pretty good too now, right?
Oh, I fucking love the Digimon game. I
haven't played them
finished
yet,
all
but
of
I've
it.
heard.
Dude, Cyber
The
Sleuth is
Digimon
fucking
games.
tremendous. Yes,
And
Cyber
best-
fucking tremendous.
Best decision. I think those Digimon games are coming to Switch. They'd be perfect for handheld.
They came out already. They
Great
are on the
move.
Switch. Yep.
Those are the
And-
kinds of games you need on a handheld.
Dude, I've that as a monster collecting game and as for a plot. Jesus Christ, I never thought it can get this deep and this fun.
Do you know what they should? They should make a Yu-Gi-Oh game that combines elements of Pokemon, where you like collect dual monsters and turn them into cards.
How
well,
quick before people call that a ripoff, though?
Well, there
It's not a
is a
ripoff.
similar
Yu-Gi-Oh
one.
is its own thing anyway.
I know,
There
but
is a
you
similar
already know
one.
there'd be people hopping on like.
I
You
think
get.
it's
I
on
feel
the
like
PS2.
it's out of their way to make sure they don't copy Pokemon.
No, people copy a Pokemon all the time. They don't care. They want to compete with Pokemon because Pokemon has a monopoly on the monster collecting genre.
Others do. I don't know. I've like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Always it treats them like it's their kryptonite or something. Like they don't want to touch it.
Well, yeah, because their thing is cards, and they're making enough money off it. Anytime they try to diverge from it, they lost a ton of money, and so they're never gonna diverge.
Oh, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, the new rules coming out this year make it
Master
that you
05.
don't. You make it
Yeah.
so that you don't have to use the link monsters anymore for your
Oh
other
my.
special summons.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is doing what Yu-Gi-Oh does. Promote a summoning mechanic for like for 3 years, and then kill it with the new summoning mechanic that's coming out. So I'm over it. I don't even think.
Are they
just put
actually
it
going
on-
to make
10K
it fun, or are they
cards?
just going to move on?
They're already past 10K, yes, Lewi. They have, indeed. Ugh.
Beautiful.
Oh, and Zachary, Kingdom Hearts was in development for 10 plus years. It's just they had to restart development because they had to drop their old engine. They had to remake a new engine they had to use Unreal Engine at the last second from scratch, even though they were trying to develop an in-house engine.
Okay, you thought Game of the Decade was the hard question. Biggest flop in gaming this decade. Now go ahead.
Okay.
No,
that's
that's Kingdom Hearts 3. easily
Define
for me.
flop. Yeah, define
Kingdom
flop.
Hearts 3.
Quality
you can go
or
anything from overhyped, just like
Go
general
be creative,
expectations.
guys. Be creative.
I think
Whatever
the biggest thing
shock
is,
you.
I think the biggest thing is failing to meet expectations. You have your fans waiting 13 years for your game, and you fail miserably, and you don't even try to rectify it. You just collect the money and move on. Like you don't, and it's not even Kingdom Hearts 3. It's Final Fantasy 15 didn't do too well, and I just saw footage of the Final Fantasy demo that came out yesterday, and I gotta say, Final Fantasy, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't really look impressive either.
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 3 for you. What about the other two? What are your biggest flops?
Kingdom Hearts is gonna be mine too,
Alright.
because I know what the worst game of the decade is. I could also use it for a flop, but I just kind of want to. I know what
there's
the
just
worst game of the
multiple
decade is for
factors.
me.
I'll have to go Fallout 76 on my end because I've spent, I think, hours of my life watching people shit on the game from the day of release till this day, right? People it's a favorite pastime for me, so I have to give it to Fallout 76.
Yeah, they didn't have to wait 13 years for that though.
Well,
I'm gonna go with that EA game Anthem.
Oh my goodness!
It is so
I
bad. Everyone
completely
forgot about it.
What
Everyone
happened to
forgot
Anthem?
about it.
Wait,
I
what happened to
forgot
Anthem?
about that.
What happened to Anthem? What happened?
It's
Where'd it
Did it
shit.
come out? Did it come out?
it came out.
Came out like that.
It was horrifyingly
I
bad,
didn't even know it came out.
and then EA released an apology.
The trailer looks cool. They had the flying robots and
It was on sale 4 days after it came out.
didn't that happen?
It was
Didn't
It was on sale in the PlayStation Store for
Didn't they-
20% off.
Didn't they have to cut the price for Battlefield 5 in half right after it came out, like a month after it came out? They had to cut Battlefield 5 in half.
Just because I needed a different answer, I might just roll with Battlefield 5. Wow, just the trailers alone gave me.
Guys. Female
We don't have-
soldiers with prosthetics.
We don't have to be historically accurate.
Yes, that's definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like the idea, just don't buy it. Simple.
No, that's not how gamers work.
If
Be
you
careful
don't
with-
like the game, don't play it. Come on now, you know better
only-
than that.
That's a ridiculous concept.
If only they did this for Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Don't hate the game developer, hate the game.
Don't hate the
What?
player, hate the game.
No, I refuse that statement. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh, that's
Okay,
a spicy one.
Okay, can we mention real quick how Greta Thunberg got Person of the Year for fighting for the environment, but
Shut up.
Mr. Beast, who planted 20 million trees, got
Shut
jack
up.
shit?
Dang it.
I said shut up, Trillion. Yes, let's give Person of the Year to somebody who threw a temper tantrum because other people wanted her to, right? On behalf of others, right? And meanwhile, the guy who started a whole trend about trying to plant 20 million trees.
I want you to think about this, right? On the scale of the rankings of United Nations speeches,
Mhm.
Greta's
Yes.
speech was much worse than BTS's speech.
Dude, it was worse than Emma Watson's speech, and nobody thought that was
Oh, yes.
possible.
Oh, yes. Is Emma Watson still doing activism around the world?
Yes,
or
she's
something?
still hot too, but Greta.
I disagree with that. She's really
yes.
overrated. Really,
She's
really.
she played Lord of the Rings or whatever. Then that was the height of her career. And now
She was one of my childhood crushes because I did watch the first Harry Potter movie.
How long has Harry Potter been done for now? I feel like I was watching Harry. I feel like I was keeping up with Harry Potter for the longest time, and now it's been the longest.
As long as you are on Twitter, it's never done.
Oh, what did you rolling
new revelation every day? Somebody
when did that
turns out
last?
to be
No,
gay.
I'm curious, man. When did that last? I'm gonna look it up right now because I feel like it's been so long.
Oh, well, they have like the prequel movies that are coming. I'm pretty sure that's a series,
two of
but
them
the
came out.
last
Who
two
cares?
flopped so hard.
Who cares?
Well, J.K.
Wow.
Rowling cares, and she wants you to care. That's why every day on Twitter,
Well, yeah.
Yasha's right. There's a new revelation, a new character's sexuality or lack
Oh
thereof.
my god! It came out 9 years ago. Oh my god, that's crazy, man.
Which one? The last like canon?
Yeah,
Harry
the last
Potter?
one, Deathly Hollows Part 2, like 9 years ago.
I didn't
crazy.
see anything past the third one, the prison one.
You're not missing much
Um,
after Goblet of Fire.
Well, I slept through like 4 of them in the movies, so
They are boring. They are unspeakably boring.
If you've seen Goblet of Fire and Chamber of Secrets, you've seen the best of them.
yeah. Honestly, I like the Goblet of Fire one because there was a competition, and my simple main brain can relate to that. But
Yeah.
and
Honestly, like Chamber of Secrets is still my favorite one. The second one.
oh, is that the one with the spider?
Yeah, that's the one with the spider and the basilisk.
I think when the series started, movie-wise, not book-wise, much of its great appeal was its very top-notch visuals for the time, cinematography and all of that. And I think by now we're so desensitized to this sort of stuff.
Well, the first few movies still combined practical effects and CGI. When they started going
But
full
at that
CGI
time-
for the later movies, I mean,
Yeah, that was the era for it. Now it's all CGI bullcrap that doesn't even look.
I mean,
everything
Chamber of
is
Secrets
floaty.
still looks good to this day because they still combined it with practical effects for the first.
Yeah, that's the
Did they use, like,
that's the
puppets
brilliant
and
thing.
stuff?
If you want
Yeah,
the
they use
pinnacle of
everything.
movies looking good, what's the 2001 Odyssey, Space Odyssey?
2000 Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley
Oh,
Kubrick. You watch that movie, and it's like it was released last year, but it was released in the 60s. It's mind-blowing.
My favorite movie of his is still The Shining. That movie, that's the best horror movie of all time. The Shining.
I don't know, brother. Have you,
gotta
seen
watch The
Axum?
Shining.
Have
You
you
gotta see
seen
The Shining,
Axum?
man. You gotta see The Shining.
You have to
The
see
thing-
Axum. That's the
the movie
greatest
I'll give.
movie. The
The
greatest
movie I'll give movie of the decade by far, for me at least, is Mad Max Fury Road, hands down.
I like the Mel Gibson Mad Max movies more. There's
But
a certain.
Here's the
that's a
thing
good
about
choice actually because Watch
Yes.
Mojo had it on their top 10 list as well.
oh fuck Watch Mojo. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Flamethrower guitar.
Oh, that scene
Okay.
is amazing.
Dude,
Holy
I
crap.
remember coming to Mad Max to the movie. I was in the movies and I thought it was just gonna be another film. I just picked it because whatever. You know, me, full row of friends sitting down, eating popcorn, and then suddenly I rose up and my male testosterone brain started jizzing and I was hooked until the end of the movie. Explosions, practical effects, full practical effects, cars literally exploding from the sky. I love that movie.
Dude, do you want to know the best part about it too?
Yes.
Most of the actors involved weren't even having fun. Imagine if they convinced them to get along.
I fucking love that. To me, Avengers Endgame was great and all. Does not compare to the realms of epicness of Flamethrower guitar. It's one of these things that as a guy, like, as a story creator, and a guy who aspires to be a writer and a designer, a designer one day, when I see Flamethrower guitar, I get jealous that I didn't think of it first. Okay, I want Flamethrower guitar in my fucking story. But now it's a ripoff. I can't do it.
If you wait long enough.
It's people will still no. I wanted it.
Bro,
It's just mine.
Remember what Picasso, I believe it was Picasso, said. Remember, the great artist does not, or what did he say? The great artist does not copy, he steals. Just be a little subtle about it.
I mean, what do I do? Like, wind drums? I don't know. It doesn't work.
I don't think you can steal that one. It's too iconic.
Yeah.
It's
I
too-
feel
it's
like-
too-
I feel like forgery and being able to create something from nothing are two completely different skill sets that shouldn't really be compared, though. You know, you can't really compare
yes.
the painter and the forger. You know, who do you think is better? They're doing two different things.
No. Here's the thing.
Well,
you
they're
can't
both
compare
painting,
them
right?
because one exists and the other doesn't. Nobody comes up with new shit. It's all a bunch of fucking stealing going on. That's the misconception of the decade. You know, I can come up with something out of thin air and manifest.
Exactly. So somebody already technically came up with the flamethrower guitar.
No,
Please
people
buy
came
my
up with
self-published book
flame
on Kindle, please.
and guitar. He put them together.
I'm not saying bring something from. I'm just mean like the general idea of creating something is different than just.
No, look, Trillion, I got it
Forgery.
for you. How about
Okay.
instead of like a flamethrower guitar, you
Okay.
have oh wow, I just know I was gonna give a suggestion, but it just came to me where I got the suggestion from, so I guess it's not that original, but I'm still gonna suggest it anyway. Instead of a flamethrower guitar, you have like a lightning guitar, where as you play the notes, lightning shoots out. And
From Devil May Cry 3.
from where?
Devil
Devil
May
May
Cry
Cry
3.
Oh yeah, that isn't Devil May Cry 3 shit.
That's true. I was actually thinking of Ember from Danny Phantom, though. Isn't that
I
what
was
her
thinking
power
of
too?
that one Vine where a guy makes a guitar and connects wires to the strings.
Oh, is that the guy who electrocutes himself on purpose? and
Oh
does a
yes,
bunch of
Electro
stupid
Boom. I love that guy. Dude, as an engineer, I can appreciate somebody trying to explain something so simple, but so hard to actually explain. And but also he blows himself up, which is always funny. Like you watch him and you're like, "What is gonna happen? What is
That's
gonna
how they
happen?
get you.
Go
The
on."
attention grabber.
Right.
He's like the modern
Yes.
FPS Russia.
Oh, I love him. And he's Iranian. You
he-
can ask him about his opinion on this
Yeah.
fucking World War III thing.
You know he just got out of prison, right? FPS Russia.
Did he really?
Yeah, he just got out of prison.
Wait,
Yeah,
that guy's
Did
still
he get
alive?
to prison again?
What's his plan?
Who, FPS Russia?
Yeah, well, did they Putin bought him? Like, why is he in jail?
Well, what happened?
Why is he in jail?
Oh, he was caught with marijuana, so they put him in prison for like 3 months.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that
Didn't
was
he
a
go to jail
fucking.
for something longer though,
was
or did he just
killjoy.
have continuous drug problems? And
I
that's why
don't
he
know,
kept-
but he was in prison for like 3 months for a summer.
I remember he had a few run-ins with. It might have been
was-
just more drug problems.
It was so weird hearing him without the Russian accent because that's all I've ever heard him with. When he was talking like just as a regular Southern guy, I didn't know how to feel about it.
Oh no, I remember back in the COD days when commentary was the big thing. He had like an FPS Russia channel, but he had he had like a podcast that he shows up on, and he shows up with his actual voice. And so I was prepared for that.
Well,
You want
money?
like mind
No, it's
blowing
not.
voice reveals? Do you know Brooklyn Nine-Nine? It's an
Yeah.
overrated show in my opinion, but go watch an interview with Rosa's actor. The contrast is so insane. Like if you can bring up a video of that would be great.
Well, isn't that British
mind-blowing.
actors in Hollywood all the time? Taking all our jobs from our American actors?
They take our jobs. Take our jobs.
Let's take a look. What is it
They
called?
took our jobs. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What's the actors?
Oh, that's that weird like sitcom show.
Yeah. Did it get
It's
canceled?
Meh.
They're trying to
So
get
really
people to watch sitcoms again by not having the background laughing or traditional sitcom camera angles, but you can still tell that it's pretty much supposed to be a sitcom.
That's fine, but the problem with that show specifically is that its format gets way too stale. And one thing I found insulting, if you guys kept up with it, is every single season they ended with a cliffhanger. At the beginning of the next season, it's like the cliffhanger never existed. It's solved in 2 minutes.
Well,
You want to know?
here's the thing about self-contained like episodes. Sitcoms were the old era, in my opinion, and I think the new era, if you're gonna do sitcom, you have to do it in animation form. Not only because the animation technology improved, and
Like
therefore you can do
BoJack
it
Horseman and stuff like that.
yes, BoJack Horseman, Rick and Morty, South Park, Family Guy. You have to go that route to make a good sitcom in this modern era, because it's just that something like The Office doesn't work anymore.
I have
You
to
know?
say this though, since you mentioned South Park, and I am a big believer of this.
Yes.
South Park is the greatest piece of satirical of satire ever made. I'm saying that.
I've never watched it personally.
Yeah, we have two people who are blind here. We're sorry for our crime against humanity. I know we're infidels.
It's okay.
Another-
Just take my
yeah.
word for it.
Honestly, one I really like is Tropic Thunder. That's a pretty funny satire film.
Yes.
Tropic Thunder.
Have we told you guys that our exposure to our exposure to South Park?
Why are you eating on
was
stream, bro? What is this? We're not.
Who, me?
No,
no,
You
man.
better
Trillion.
have
We
brought
can do it.
enough for
Trillion can.
everyone.
Trillion can. He's a host.
No,
What do you mean he
Here's
can't?
the
He's a
thing.
hungry man.
I'm a
Yes.
hungry man. I never eat before the stream, bro. I
Yes,
didn't eat
you
all
do.
day.
Why do you punish yourself? Go get some
Your
food.
skin just absorbs
Go get some
sunlight.
food. Go get some water.
no. Here's the
you
thing.
look-
I'm
Give me
Our
some
exposure,
light, please.
our exposure to
Professional.
South Park, okay, came in from a channel called Space Tune, okay, and it's a channel for kids, okay,
Oh,
and they had
for
South
kids.
Park, okay, and what they did, they took South Park.
They put South
Okay.
Park on a kids channel.
Yes, they censored most of it, and
Did they get ad
changed
revenue?
everything.
Did they get
cha-
ad revenue?
I have no idea. I think so, but they changed everything, and they called it Block 13, okay, in Arabic, خطأ 13, right? And until like 10 years later, I thought you guys stole from us because it was so different.
We out here having kids bops, South Park.
For
Looks
kids
brilliant.
versions
Oh
of
my
South
god,
Park.
I remember Kids Bop. My brother and sister had Kids Bop CDs.
It's still around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still around.
I remember asking my parents, "Can we get the Kids Pop CD?" And my dad, he gave me this look, like, "If you ask again, I'll smack you. Don't you dare!"
I'm gonna isolate my man Lewi in the corner for a second. Do you guys remember Tuyur Jannah?
Hmm?
Tuyur
That
Jannah,
guy
do you
is the
channel?
guy below me is American scum, so you can.
I am an American. I do
Yeah,
have.
so-
I have.
know? Your
I
name
have
is
no-
Arab Money.
I
Yeah,
am.
but-
I
I
am
know,
not
it's false
Arab.
advertising.
I am not an Arab. I am an
Just forget
Arab.
it. Forget it.
It's
I have a
different.
headache.
I am not an Arab. I am an Arab. It's different.
I know American. Me no speak English. Yes.
I don't, guys. I don't speak English. Like I don't know what you're saying. I don't speak English. I don't.
I don't speak. I don't speak American.
I don't speak English, man. Leave me alone.
I don't speak.
I can't help you. I don't speak English.
Speak
Lewi,
American.
are you Italian American? by any
No, I'm
chance?
Arab.
No,
Palestine.
Lewi.
Oh,
What? What was the question?
Are you Italian American?
He's Spanish.
Ew, gross. Italian. That's that bald guy in the corner.
Italian.
The Italian. We can't say it anymore because we're trying to be a kids-friendly content
No,
channel,
no.
right?
no, Louis. No, don't say it. You'll jinx it. No, Louis. How dare you, terrorist?
The Italian language.
We're not trying to appeal to the
Don't
the
get
young
mad at me,
ones?
guys. But the Italian language is basically Spanish if it was gay.
It's
No, don't you ever dare say that.
probably,
Italian
I
is
don't know.
better than Spanish a million times.
But Spanish is already gay.
Well, but
Yeah,
Spanish.
exactly.
spawn- Where did
Whoa,
that
Louis,
come
you
from?
found your
What
language.
is Spanish? What is French? What are all of these languages? You took Italian? What's the manly one? Greek?
Dude, the Catholic
Latin, the
world
dead
of,
language.
like, the Southern West, all of these fuckheads can go fuck themselves, okay? They all sound faggoty.
I only speak Ukrainian.
No, that's East.
Do they have a
That's-
Yeah, I
language?
know. Yeah,
of
they
cou-
do have a
that-
language slightly different than yours.
No, I don't care what you guys are saying. I need to learn Japanese, like I said, to go get me some of that desperate Japanese pussy, right? Ohayo gozaimasu.
Thank you for your input.
No,
I don't know what I just said. I just hear
You know
every
what's
anime
mind-fucked
character
me?
ever say that.
no. Speaking of languages, you know what mind fucked me? I got mind fucked when I realized there's a Welsh language, and I'm not talking an accent, an actual language.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, where have you been?
Where have you been?
Dude, we didn't know that. We thought the Welsh just spoke funny. Next thing you know, they have their own language, and it's Celtic. What the fuck? You have
Listen,
a
the
Celtic
Welsh-
language in modern day?
Listen, the Welsh may be the buffoon of the group, right? But they're still entitled to their own language.
Yeah.
They may be the jester of the language world.
The only time it gets really messy if you get into the Creole languages and the dialects for those.
Oh Lord. Let's not talk about the Creole languages because
This is a good reference. I understood that reference.
watch this be a language in like 20 years.
Now,
Can you imagine teachers? All right, class, let's practice the phrase I just said. And then you got 30 people in a classroom, a concealed space. How claustrophobic. Gonna make some people.
Sounds like a high school lunchroom in the morning.
Sounds.
wait, if you beat the claps, is that an accent?
What do you mean if you beat the claps? No, what's gonna happen is that's gonna become the official language. It's gonna become the new Ebonics, right? Don't call me
If
racist
you
for that joke. My
laugh
black
out of
friend made
sync,
that joke.
Are you dyslexic?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
but there's nothing really wrong with Ebonics, though.
No, but what I'm saying is like that's gonna replace Ebonics, and there's gonna be that one rebellious kid in the class, and he's gonna be like, I'm not gonna clap. I'm just gonna speak without clapping, and everyone's gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh,
Like, look at that hipster.
you can't do that. When did people ever no one has ever done that? You know, it'll be so far along history we won't even remember when people used to speak without.
Are amputees mute?
No, they use their legs. So they're
Do you think how long do you think till people forget that a headphone jack is a thing?
2 years.
2 years till
as
people
as
forget
long
about
as
headphone jacks?
no, as long as it took us to forget that the VHS tape was a thing. How long did that take?
People are starting to remember it because people are actually going out of their way to upload the original VHS preloaded trailer sequences onto YouTube, and it's getting millions of views.
Well, yes, from us who lived it, but like the new generation has no idea what the VHS even looks like.
I know
Like
it's disturbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long
It's the
did it
first-
take you guys? How long did it take you guys to figure out you had to press the stop button before pressing the rewind button?
You know, I'll be
I
honest with
think
you.
that
If I put in a VHS right now, it'd probably take me a good 20 minutes to figure it out. But it'd be worth
Yeah.
it.
I actually never did that. Is that a thing? Pressing
Yeah,
the pause
yeah,
button
you-
to
rewind
You
it,
have
yeah.
to press the stop button before you press the rewind button. Otherwise, it takes forever to rewind, and you can ruin the tape. You
This
have
is
to
noob
press stop
theory.
before rewind.
You
If
gotta
I
go
did,
cassette
it was
tape and take a pen and just roll it back manually.
yes.
No.
I like that. I
No,
like
no,
that.
there's rule. This is not a free for all. There's rules and regulations out here, folks. What are you
You
doing?
press the stop button, then the rewind button,
Okay.
and you
I don't
always
know
go
if I
to
did
channel
that.
3. You always go to channel 3.
Yes, people still do that. My like Samsung TV's set up like that.
What, channel 3?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like that's the default channel. They don't have to do it. They just do. They know.
We're coming to an age where computers don't even have Blu-ray disc drivers. Like, even that's dying.
Because
down.
people
Wow,
stream
really?
now. People
Yeah,
put their stream.
laptops,
Wow.
computers no longer have that.
That's a mind fuck. Holy shit. Let's see.
It's
These
a-
gonna die too? I don't want to see
actually-
these
These are
die.
dying.
People are actually paying premium for laptops with built-in disc readers now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
mine doesn't have a disc reader. Yeah.
In some ways, I think that's fine. Like console-wise,
I really
the-
don't miss discs.
if
I
the
don't miss
PS5
discs
or
at all.
something comes out with, it has a Blu-ray driver in it, and PS5 games are on Blu-ray, it's gonna be terrible. Because now cartridge is the way to go. It's by far most efficient way.
Oh yeah, the
Nintendo had it
cartridge,
right. Nintendo
Yeah,
had
from
it
the
right.
beginning.
Nintendo had it right. Yeah.
They upgraded too early.
Because here's the thing: PlayStation had more storage, but Nintendo had faster load times. Because cartridge just loads and boots faster.
Also, it's compact, so you can lose it faster.
Well, it's funny how things came full circle. Like we gave discs a shot, but everyone's going back to the cartridge format: SD cards, solid state drives. Switch
Dude,
has cartridges.
Here's the thing: there's something amazing about pushing in a cartridge compared to a CD.
Well, it's primal.
It's just.
But
click
STDs, you get
and-
to spin them. Like, was I the only guy that spins them before putting them in for some dumb
Before
reason?
putting
No,
them
you
in the
have-
eject, I used to do that.
You have to. You have to. Actually, I gave it a spin just to make sure. Like in the PS2 days when you had the mini PS2, you had to, once you put it in, I had to twist it to make sure that it's working. You know, and then I put it in. It's,
Dude,
like,
the
it's
screen
never
is
had
also
things.
terrible, man. I got a
It's-
PS3 and the laser reader died in 1 month.
I hated PlayStation so much because my PlayStation 2s kept breaking, and then the second I got a GameCube, and it was just like you could chuck it across the room, it won't break. You just put the disc in, it always works. I love the GameCube. Man. PlayStation 2s break all the time. PlayStation 2s would break all the time.
I had no experience with that mainly because my PS2 survived.
Did you have a
With the
slim?
big-
If your console breaks,
nope, I had the big ass
you
one.
chose wrong.
No,
You
the
should've
big
bought
ones-
Xbox 360.
The big ones had a lot of defects, man. PS2s.
Really?
Yeah, the North America anyway. North America had PS2 issues.
I had a PS2 and then a 360. Well, I had a PS1. Or hold on, I had a GameCube, Nintendo 64, GameCube, PS1, Xbox 360, and then PS4. Oh, and then
for
throw
me-
the Wii somewhere in there. That's been my
Yeah,
Wii's
game.
are great.
Everyone had a Wii.
Career.
Everyone had a Wii.
Okay, I love
Wii's
how
are
everyone
amazing.
just jumps on. Like everyone had a Wii. How dare you? How dare you have to include that? Everyone
Who
had a
did
Wii.
it, dude? People were using Wii's as dildos. Okay,
Listen.
that's how big the fucking
All
Wii
you
was.
needed,
Okay.
all you needed,
TMI.
all you needed was Wii bowling. All you needed was Wii bowling, and
Bro,
Wii-
I will
oh,
smack
Wii
anyone in
Sports.
Wii tennis.
Wii Sports.
Hey, calm down. 1v1.
Yo,
man.
Wii boxing.
1v1 me on
Wii
oh, wait,
boxing, bro?
1v1 me on the,
Wii
the tennis.
boxing, yeah.
Wii tanks. Wii tanks.
Okay, no.
Do you remember that? No, you don't remember that.
I remember it. I never played it. It was nothing, dude. Wii boxing. Oh my god, was that gold?
Yes, Wii boxing was the shit. Okay, I like, to me it was new level technology when I can bob and weave. Okay, that was too much for me. Okay,
I was the.
Yo,
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
Skyward
admit this.
Sword. Skyward
Oh,
Sword.
Dark,
and you just
My
say
favorite
hi to
game.
Darkrai.
let him
Telling
in.
us
Let him
You
in.
can't
no,
say
he's
that
all the way
word.
up in Turkey, man. He's on vacation.
Can he
Fuckhead.
subscribe to his own
Turkey.
channel?
Very
Yes.
nice.
Yes,
Subscribe to
he's
his
chilling and enjoying himself while we're here talking to each other.
Darkrai, what's your favorite Wii game? Right, it's Wii boxing, isn't it, dude? Wii boxing is the only game
It's
my
the
dad
ultimate.
ever played with me.
Confession time.
Wii tennis.
My favorite Wii game was Call of Duty World at War. And I used to use the pointer to
You were
fight. I used to
that-
point
what?
at the screen. I had a peripheral that is shaped like a rifle, everything.
No,
Honestly,
no.
I thought laser shooting games were gonna make a comeback because of the Wii, and they never did. And I'm still sad to this day because I loved them in arcades.
I
Dude,
was
how
really
you
good
shoot
at laser
people.
pointing.
I love that shit. I
Just
love
like
that
a
shit.
fan.
Prestige and everything online.
How many hours did you guys spend customizing your Mii? The little
Not that
Mii
much.
person profile?
I did. I did. A
Oh
lot.
my god.
Yeah.
Dude, I
I
spent
had-
more
I
time
made
doing
like
that than the
20
actual
memes.
games.
No, here's the thing: the Wii I had wasn't technically mine. Okay, it was my cousin's, so we'd go play with on his Wii, and everybody had their own console, though, and we shared in a circle. So I never got to make any Miis. I just got to play.
I think the game I had the most time in was Skyward Sword. I played a lot of Skyward Sword.
Dude, I played I think my favorite Wii game ever was a Star Wars game. It was like The Force Unleashed or The Force Awakens. No, it's not The Force Awakens. The Force Unleashed. Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the guy who held his lightsaber backwards. And
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Force Towers.
I'm ashamed to say that the most game I played on the Wii was the Resident Evil point shooter games.
Oh, go fuck
I
yourself.
I'm ashamed, okay? But again, as a kid,
Did anyone
would
hack
play
their
Time
Wii?
Crisis on arcade? the
I
entire
bought
day.
my Wii and hacked it the first day. I
Of
didn't
course,
even
you
know.
have to hack your
I didn't
fucking
even
Wii.
know.
Yo,
I didn't even know it
homebrew.
was hacking.
Oh my god!
I accidentally
homebrew.
hacked my Wii.
I
You
put,
know,
I
I
put a
gave it to
DVD
the
Here's my
guy.
story.
I was like, I want this one game. Wait, you can get games for cheap? How do you do that? Okay, whatever. Used, I don't know. It turns out it was homebrew, and I only figured that out when I was older.
Dude, everybody homebrews the fucking Wii. It's like it's a ritual. You know, that's how that's how you get it out of the box. You have to get it out of the box, and the second it's out of the box, and now it's outside of Nintendo's influence, you have to like pour your magic on it.
That's such
Fucking
a weird
brilliant,
decision, though, to not have DVD function out of the box.
Wii was designed to be as cheap as possible. That
How
was the
much
main
is
thing with it.
Wii right now?
The PSP is still the
Like-
easiest one to hack, though.
Oh yeah, like my
I
cousin
had so
like,
many free
hacked-
games on my PSP.
Yes. We actually, my cousin, what he would do is I would give him my PSP, and he would give me Game Boy Advance games on my fucking PSP. That was an experience.
Wow.
Okay, I would play Game Boy Advance games on my PSP and just
And they
enjoy
look
my
so-
life.
They look so good on the PSP screen.
Yes, they did. Yes, they fucking did. Fucking amazing. I love that shit. I like right now. Like again, one of my cousins is working on homebrewing a Switch, so we can replicate that experience.
Homebrewing Switch.
We bought an older gen, like the last gen of the Switch. We like all pitched in, and what we're gonna do is we homebrew it, and then we're just gonna place it for everybody to play. And whatever game we want, we just add it in there.
Dark Ride Kuwait. If you're getting Turkish breakfast, you gotta get the tomatoes with the eggs in it. You'll know what I'm talking about. You gotta get the tomato dish that has the cracked eggs in it, the sunny side up, and you gotta with the.
Pro tip for my man Dark Ride Kuwait, since I'm expert Turkey. Okay, when you're eating shawarma, because that's a must. If it's chicken, go to the place with the Syrian guys. If it's beef, go to the place with the fancy-looking guys. Just putting it out there, man.
Just
Just
pro advice from a fellow
I remember
Canadian.
the first time I've been to Turkey, the first night I had like chicken shawarma from one Turkish shop. It was boiled.
You gotta get chicken shawarma sandwich,
boiled
man,
chicken.
with the pickles and the hummus and the.
Oh, that's
garlic-
classic.
Hummus and a
That's
chicken.
like every
Okay,
day.
Chicken shawarma.
Hummus on the
sandwich.
chicken. No, you're supposed to put garlic sauce.
Garlic sauce and the red sauce. Red sauce too.
Yeah, red sauce works as well. But most
Louis,
importantly, you have-
shawarma is like a burrito, right? I'm trying to talk to him in his language.
Oh, don't
Yeah,
compare.
okay.
Don't compare shawarma to burrito. Don't
Yeah,
compare
it's-
burrito
No,
to
it's
shawarma.
for him to understand.
It's like a
okay,
burrito.
yeah.
All right.
Either he knows what
I like
shawarma is or he
burritos.
doesn't understand. You can't compare the two, man. Shawarma is on a whole nother level.
Shut up, bro.
Shawarma
You
is
put
best sandwich.
you put hummus on something that I wasn't able to follow. You put hummus on something, and that's not universally accepted.
Okay.
Yes,
So shame on you.
that's just. That's how you know the bootleg.
You and
Arabs.
your American diet.
Stop eating in front of me.
Dude, just get your McChickens, okay? Just go.
No, just
fine.
one more hour. Just one more hour.
Go get your quarter pounder with cheese.
I can
and
make
never
it.
Speak to me again.
Okay, guys. I have to give you this topic, okay? This happened recently. Okay, so high school in our place, they just finished their finals and they just got the results, okay? And the passing percentage was like 60% or below, because what the new minister did is put disruptors phone disruptors, Wi-Fi disruptors on every testing ground, and so
that's
everybody
tough.
with an earpiece got fucked, and it was fucking everybody. Okay.
What about people
Holy
with
shit,
data?
he
Did
has
it
no
disrupt
chill.
data too?
Bro, that
He's
is
so cool.
tough.
Oh my goodness.
Did
That
it
guy,
ruin?
I've known ever since he got into office, he was like insane pulling stuff like that. But I didn't know he
dude,
went this far.
I didn't either. Like I was sitting with one of my cousins, like at a gathering, and he's a teacher, and so we asked him, "Oh, how's the job?" And it's like, "Yeah, everybody failed." And we're like, "What the fuck?" And then we learned about the disruptor thing. It's fucking tremendous.
So
I
they were
love
all
that so
trying to
much.
cheat.
They were all trying to cheat classically now. But
You know
here's
what
the
was-
thing: if you cheat classically, you can't get the grades.
Yeah.
It's
You know
very
what was?
hard.
It's a weird thing they have in the
You know what
Public
was really weird was
Yeah?
when the ACT, like people were popping Xanax before the ACT, like I guess to help with focus, or maybe it
that's
wasn't
nothing,
Xanax.
bro. How many people, dude? There were kids
Adderall?
in my school, flat out overdosing on Adderall.
Yeah, I think that became like weaponized for school. Adderall.
You basically need it at this point for standardized tests. Yeah, I remember I
Did
there
you
was this-
pop?
I
did you
popped
pop
some for
those?
the standardized test. I had this one guy though that was like offering me like ounces, and I'm like,
On the
bro,
low?
it's not that serious.
People
I
are
just
like
need one to
popping
get
them
to
like
an hour.
Skittles, you know?
No, bro, like
Before
he was
the
eating them
exam.
like Skittles. I'm like,
He's
dude,
like that one guy with the trench coat from Resident Evil 4.
no, I'm like, chill. I just need
Well,
one for an hour to get.
What
through
are
the
you
reading
buying?
No, to me, this is amazing. Okay, just seeing like the hopes and dreams of high school fucking kids destroyed, that they can cheat their way to life. I love that so much.
Did you
Wait,
see
so
interviews
did it disrupt?
with the
did it-
children after exams?
Yes,
way they talk,
yes,
It's like it was their given right to cheat.
Yes,
and
to
it
cheat.
was
Yes,
taken away.
yes, they were so entitled. They were like, "What the fuck? Why put disruptors in there?" You know, and
Basically,
Did
giving
it-
themselves away, huh?
just one quick question. Did it
Yeah.
disrupt cellular data as well?
Most likely.
I'm not sure about that. All I know is everybody failed. That's the most important part. The people who would get 90%, you know, they got 60, and the people who got 70, they got fucking 30. You know, and nobody could do shit.
High schools are gonna be packed next year.
Oh yes.
Holy crap.
Oh yes. We need the
You're gonna
slap.
get.
We need the
You're
bunch
gonna
of
get the
slaps.
refugee experience.
Oh yeah,
40
that's
people
right.
in one class.
That's right. You guys don't have the No Child Left Behind program over there.
Oh no, of course not. What the fuck? What's wrong, dude? They applied that for like a generation, right? They applied that for a generation, and the results were so horrible that they immediately reclined. And guess what? Who the minister was at the time? It was a fucking woman. Fucking ridiculous.
Hey, man.
What is that policy even? What's the idea?
Up to 5th grade, you can't fail.
Oh, you just keep.
Yeah, you just keep
Passing?
going until 6th
That is
grade.
so
you
retarded.
it's so retarded.
Here in
Horrible.
my province in Canada, we have something similar. In my
Can you
siblings
imagine
are
being
really
in high school?
pissed off
and-
about it? Basically, what me and my siblings
Mhm.
in the Kuwaiti
Right.
system, we were born in the earlier months of the year, so that
Right.
allowed us to skip a year.
I
Basically,
skipped a
was
year too
younger
because
than
I was
everyone.
born in January. I was born in
Yeah,
January, so I had
Yes,
to wait
brother.
to start school.
Preach. January brothers. Here you go.
February, but okay. So when they came here, the school system was like, no, every student gets put in their year, regardless of what happened.
What?
So they all
Oh, I
got
feel
pushed
bad
back
for
one
you.
year. They all redid. I escaped. I finished high school, but they all had to redo 1 year. And the worst
Why?
part is the people that are late years get put like 2 years ahead of them, and they have no clue what's going on.
What the fuck? That's fucking ridiculous.
You know what was the biggest flop of my school district?
Yes.
So there was 1 year in middle school where they decided to only give out 1 week of winter break, and everybody flipped, including the parents, because a lot of people plan vacations around that 2-week break.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ended up taking 2 weeks anyway, because people are paying thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to plan these trips that they probably plan a year ahead, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're only going to give you guys 1 week of winter break.
How is that even legal, though?
Everybody flipped. It only
Why?
happened once. Obviously, it only happened once.
What is it supposed to achieve?
Yeah, what was the point? Why rob people of their fucking vacation?
Start sooner, end sooner?
Because our grades weren't good enough last year or something.
fuck off.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, fuck
no.
off, bro.
Nah.
I'm not lying.
Really?
I only had 1 week of winter break in the 8th grade. It was horrible.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I
every
didn't even know that was
week
allowed.
They robbed me
Holy
of my.
fuck.
They robbed me of half my winter break. It's like everyone looks forward to that 2 weeks off. Of school.
Yes. That's what you need. That's the recharge period. You sleep in it.
And they took
play
that
video
away.
games all day.
They took it away.
No. Oh.
They took it away. Man.
That was I bet more traumatizing than whatever Greta Thunberg went through. All right.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Can you imagine?
she was forced to fly to Switzerland.
Can you imagine?
She took the first class ticket.
Oh my! Can you imagine what would happen if you took a week of winter break away from someone like that? I don't even want to think of it.
From who, Greta?
They go crazy.
Oh,
How dare you?
No, she would go to the UN.
Yeah, she would go to she would go give a massive speech.
Literally everyone on every city will have a riot about it for 2 hours, and everyone forgets about it for life.
The hilarious
I
part,
remember that happened. Yep.
If she campaigned for an extra week of vacation, that would have, in my opinion, been a way more noble goal than whatever she's trying to do right now.
No, it's like the thing with Greta is I believe in climate change too, and we need to do something about it. But I just don't want you. Why are you the spokesperson of the generation all of a sudden? There's so many people that have done so much more. Why is time worshiping you?
Didn't Al Gore make a whole documentary about it and no one watched it?
I don't know. It's
The
Al
Inconvenient
Gore.
Truth.
Dude, the thing about climate change is always the same. We don't know what to do with it, so let's pretend. Instead, we get rousing speeches. There is no solution. We don't know whether we're doing good or doing bad. How about we forget about it and we just move on with our lives and feed children in Africa or something?
Yeah, but how are you gonna blame the common man for Made in China? You can't blame the common man for Made in China.
You don't, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. We shouldn't. That's the thing. Fuck the carbon tax. Fuck every attempt to help with climate change, except Mr. Beast, because he just planted bloody trees. Good for him. Good for everybody who donated. Okay, but that's it.
For God's sake, you can't come.
Go to Mars. How about that? Do Elon.
Go to Mars. But you have people that actually do stuff. They actually
Space
start
Force.
an initiative and spread it.
That exists now.
Stop. But then, have you guys seen the meme where Justin Trudeau, our country's prime minister, is rallying,
yes,
marching?
He marched,
and everyone's like, "You're the guy in charge.
Why are you?
You don't have to march. you don't have to walk anywhere. You're the one."
Trillian, you know what's hilarious is you said this whole series of events actually happened. I saw the story of him marching. I saw memes about him marching. You sent me an identical meme to the meme that everyone was reposting about Trudeau marching. And then afterwards, my friend sent me that same exact meme. I saw it 4 times within the span of 10 minutes.
It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Just how did that guy get reelected? That's the thing. It's I can't.
Dude, his opposition just up and quit. That's recently happened.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, because if you look at it, there is a conservative wave that's been hitting the modern politics, except in Canada.
Dude. Okay, listen. The city I'm in, Winnipeg, right? It's in the center geographically speaking.
Right. Everything
to the right of us on the map voted. what's it called? Left wing. I forgot their name here.
Liberal.
Everything to the right of us voted right wing. To the left of us, sorry. Everything to the right of us voted left wing, and everything to the left of us to right wing.
So I guess the French neighborhood likes liberal, and the actual the proper people like the actual.
Basically, they hate Justin himself.
Of course they do. Look at him.
He constantly isolates left Canada, the West Canada. He has
because they don't march with him.
He don't march with them.
So it's tremendous for me that guy is still in charge. I don't know how. Like it's one of these mysteries that will forever we'll get.
What are the term limits anyway?
What's not the term limits for it? Is it 5 years, Parliament style?
It's 4 years.
4 years,
and it's like the American re-election system. With the difference is that you don't have a max number of terms. You can go on for as long as you're re-elected.
Oh, you guys are fucked.
Well, hold on. He didn't win by that much.
People are saying that he might get a half term. Because
why?
His result in the election was terrible. I think the results were the best possible thing that could have happened, because we didn't get the idiot conservative, and we didn't get Trudeau with power. We got Trudeau that's really weak. His government has to form a coalition and work with other parties to pass anything.
Oh, he didn't get even a workable majority?
He's a minority government.
Oh, okay. So they can't do that.
This is the first minority government in a long time.
Yeah, that makes sense. For people who don't know, basically the parliamentary system is a party system, but it's just a bunch of individual candidates, and the party with the most individual candidates in parliament get to become the government, and the rest becomes the opposition, right?
Which
if you
system
have a minority
is generally
government,
better?
To me, the British system is the best, because there's no radical president that can show up and change everything in one go. You have to work your way up through a party or as an independent, eventually to the position of prime minister. And what that makes it is that you can't get any radical change to bad or to good. It's a stable, consistent system.
But how do you handle radical situations?
By forming coalition governments, as in World War II. They formed a coalition government, and everybody agreed that Winston is in charge, and everything passes through Winston, and that's how they won the war. They elected the right person to the right position and formed a coalition government around him. It's only in times of peace do they start attacking each other on what's good and what's bad. It's a way more balanced system compared to the U.S. state, where whoever, if the Democrats are in charge, they do 100 things, and then next year the Republicans are in charge, and half of their term is undoing the other shit other people did, and it becomes like a spiral. We don't need that in British politics. All you need is the parties are always in conflict. They're always present. They're always the same. The entities are always the same. The people keep changing, and it just grows together, which is why I think the British parliamentary system is the best. It offers way more balanced change. So in Trudeau's case, which is their parliament is based on the British Parliament, he formed a minority government, which means that basically they have a majority to become government, but not enough to pass any proper legislation. So that majority government has to make deals with other parties in order to get anything done, basically. So for the next while, that's the worst option you can have as a parties to have a minority government. And funny enough, and right now in England, what happened? Boris got a majority government, which is basically no matter what any other party says, the Tories, the Conservatives will get their thing passed, which is fucking brilliant for Brexit, at least. That's how not confident the British voter was in the other parties, because they kept undermining this Brexit issue, and clearly, the United Kingdom wanted out.
Jeremy Corbyn single-handedly won my man Boris the spot. Like he resigned right after. He fucked up so bad.
No, he didn't resign right after. He hinted at resigning, and now he's clinging to his seat like a dying animal. That's what he's doing right now. Look at Jeremy Corbyn hashtag. It's got trending on the UK Twitter. Okay, people just either sympathizing with him or memeing sympathizing with him. All right. Fucking brilliant. And Jor Harlem, we did discuss fucking worst game of. Did we? We discussed biggest flop. Okay, we'll get back to it.
I just realized I have not been reading the comments at all.
John Harlem has been trying to tease you the entire time, but I thought we were doing the usual thing where we ignore him. But
COD is only the biggest franchise in the decade in terms of how much money it made. Like, if you want to talk about
why do people keep buying COD every single time?
The last good COD was Black Ops 1. I haven't liked a COD since Black Ops 1.
The last one for me was World at War.
No, the last good COD was Black Ops 2.
I honestly
like Treyarch. Once it started getting futuristic, it got weird.
I honestly like Treyarch Call of Duty
when I heard
more
Black
than
Ops
Infinity
4.
War.
When did we get to that one?
Last year.
Yeah, with the Battle Royale mode.
It was not a good... The Battle Royale was fun. The multiplayer was... blech for most of the time. It's playable now, but it only took him a year to fix it.
If you want the best overall Call of Duty experience, just play Black Ops 1. Has a good campaign, has a good multiplayer, and a good zombies. All three.
If you want the most balanced, it's Black Ops 1. If you want the all-out best Call of Duty experience, it's Modern Warfare 2. That game does not.
Yeah, I mean, if you like new, if you like new tubes, I guess.
No, that game was so broken that everybody just kind of turned their brain off and accepted it, and that's why I'm convinced it's universally recognized as the best COD ever.
Did they leave it broken on purpose, just because people liked it being broken? Or?
I think they had a lawsuit
they couldn't solve it.
They had a lawsuit going on with Activision, so like half their staff just like went on strike, and they never patched it, and it stayed like that.
And now they're making Titanfall and Apex Legends.
Yes, and they're actually paying attention to it. Good times.
More hardcore first-person shooters with respawn mechanics are slowly dying out.
You want to play a good first-person shooter? Play Fear, the first one. It has its flaws, but like it's really interesting. It has like one of the best. It has a time slowdown system. It's like it has the best bullet time system in any first-person shooter ever. Bullet time is basically the Matrix bullet effect, but like implemented in a video game. So basically, you can slow down time for like kill a bunch of people.
You mean like you can mess with your ADS settings and your
No, it's like an actual like feature in the game. Like it's part of the skill set.
Is it like Speed Breaker and Need for Speed but with bullets?
Yeah. You're not actually slowing down time, you're just slowing down perception.
You should die.
Hey. Only in Need for Speed Carbon. The canyon races are brutal in that. You need to use Speed Breaker.
It is brutal, but you gotta be a drifter. My main thing in that game was drifting, and I didn't need it.
If you want to play
drifting, that was, but I
love drifting.
Is
fun, man. I love drifting in racing games. I would get in Mario Kart Double Dash. I would drift on all the turns to get the boost. Every single turn I could, I would get a boost with the drifting. But if you want to,
go ahead. On the streets, but as soon as we got to the canyon, it took me a few tries, especially Darren, the final boss.
Dude,
you want to play a brutal racing game? You got to play F-Zero GX. That game is hard. That game.
My thing was Crash Racing the entire time. That's the only thing I played.
Mario Kart, man.
Mario Kart. I spent so many hours in that game. I was taking that one seriously.
It's Double Dash or nothing for me.
Then I got Mario Kart 7 and I completed all the courses 3 stars. And Mario Kart Wii on the Switch 8. I just finished getting golds in all the 200cc.
Okay, well, hold on. Before we talk about Mario Kart, what do you think is the best? Oh, damn, he left. Kind of wanted his
He didn't.
opinion.
He didn't. He didn't. He just bailed for a bit, so he'll be back.
What's the best Need for Speed?
Carbon.
Neat.
Carbon?
I never
Either?
played it.
I
Never
really
played it.
like Carbon. I thought it was Undercover. Undercover or Most Wanted.
I don't remember much about Undercover, but Most Wanted, I didn't like its mechanic as much.
I feel like it felt bulky,
Blacklist.
but there was something about like once you got used to it, I felt comfortable. It was a little bit too crammed, the whole city space. I thought that's why I thought Undercover did it a lot better.
One thing I thought was amazing, and I didn't realize that until I played newer games about Carbon, is the night setting.
Mm-hmm. They did it
Once you start
perfectly.
playing in daytime, it feels so weird. It feels like with illegal street racing at nighttime, it makes sense. It's the whole setting feels right. Then you start doing it in rush hour, and it's like, man,
Actually, I wasn't much into racing games, so I'm gonna ask you both now. What is exactly the appeal?
speed.
I think
Just
it's
like maneuvering,
yeah.
quick
Sorry about that,
reactions, reacting to the field in front of you.
Yeah, but that's every other game. What makes like, well, why is Sonic not a racing game? You know, like, oh, like I can get the same of what you told me. So what about racing games in particular that makes them fun?
Well, I think that racing it in particular, it used to be. I'm not sure. I haven't played a racing game in a while, but it used to be the main appeal, in my opinion, was that you can easily
Competitive.
play them with friends. Like they were easily the best game to play with friends. That or fighting games.
Yeah, so they were
That's
simple
the
enough.
best
Racing
feel about
game.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Is being
Well,
able to play
'cause-
friends, and the whole thing about items and screwing each other over. It's just
Yeah, the people yelling at each other. Okay, yeah, I got that experience. So yeah,
Racing
in
games
that
can be
case,
pretty
yes.
boring single player.
Yeah, okay,
but
then
single
okay,
player
then my
Mario Kart.
confusion is cleared. Thank you guys.
No, look, hold on. If you want to play, if you play a racing game, you have to play multiplayer.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
a guy
that's
that
fair
plays
enough.
single players too. Like, I just have
Yeah,
that
you-
thing for cars a little bit.
I'll enjoy
No,
this
if you like a
but I
game,
can only
yeah.
outrun cops for so long in those games.
The only real
Dude,
reason you
when
play
I was
single
really
player
young-
is to unlock stuff before going to multiplayer.
Fair enough.
That's
But when I
another
was
thing.
really
yeah.
young in Carbon, when I was like really focused in the streets, Louis might get this one on me, and I see a cop car showing up. If I can't escape it and they start following me, I just press the PC's power button. I just am out. I turn off the whole PC.
Bro, I'm not joking. Some chases could go on for hours.
They're
when you
so
had other stuff to
stressful
do.
because they take your car and shit.
If you get to a high enough level, they don't stop coming. You can kill all of them. They will keep coming. They'll keep spawning forever. You have to turn off your console.
And there's the system basically where if you want to escape from police chases, you have to be out of their line of sight and get into a specific area where they can't see you for a set amount of time.
For the
and
cooldown.
Or
Yeah.
the cooldown, and it's like hell because any cut you see them on the map. If anyone comes around the corner, it becomes a horror game because then you have to do everything all over again. Another half hour of your time.
That and they always tell you should go to like the safe house, right? You should hide by the safe houses or like these corners and everything. And they could box you in. And then at that point you have to like use your NOS to just speed out. Roadblocks. Oh,
I haven't played it and I sound traumatized.
bro, Carbon was definitely the most brutal with the cops, in my opinion.
Yeah,
What would you say
remember
is the
those
best
massive
overall?
hammers that charge at you from the opposite end,
Oh
to like a
god.
head-on collision?
Yes. The suicide cops, which is their whole job was to wreck your car.
What would you
Well,
guys
hold on,
say is
guys.
the best overall Need for Speed?
I was like,
Undercover. Undercover, even like Undercover was, I think, I had the most fun playing it. Like the cop chases were fun. The story was decent enough. The settings, the graphics, the mechanics. Carbon's probably second for me. But yeah, Undercover.
Okay, hold on, guys. Before we forget, let's cover this because we forgot to. What is the worst game of the decade?
PUBG 3D. Wait, did that come out this decade? I don't remember.
This is a very hard choice.
No,
I
it's
can
very
tell by
easy.
our faces.
It's very easy for me with my because I've thought this through. This game has actually fucked me over. So I hate I hate it what they did. It's the new Call of Duty. You want to talk about
Modern Warfare?
expectations that were so high and they absolutely dropped the ball. I said this could have been the flop of the decade as well. This is the worst. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is actually the worst game I've ever played. They actually ruined the franchise with this game. It's actually unplayable. It's so bad, and they only keep making it worse. And they're ruining a bunch of classic maps. And every time I try to come back to it to play it on friends' accounts, because I refunded my original payment, it's so awful. I thought we were gonna get through it the year, and I was like, I gotta find a different game to be the worst game of the year because I actually haven't had too many bad gaming experiences this decade. And then this game came out, and they leached off the legendary Modern Warfare name, and it's so bad. It's just so bad. It actually makes me upset talking about it too much.
For me, I've never had as are you, Louis? Like I didn't have too many bad gaming experiences, but I have to give worst game of the year to every phone game in existence. Okay, because that's the only time where I played a game and I wasn't having fun.
Even
So,
Farmville?
here we go. Yes, fuck you, Louis. Yes, it's like here is like a pile of shit for all the App Store. Here you go. You know.
Man, all I know is that you never got a cotton candy cow. That's why you hate it.
I had some fun, man.
No, look, Trillion, you obviously, as far as phone games is concerned, you obviously never downloaded Geometry Dash. That game,
Everybody
Geometry
did it.
Dash.
It sucks, man. I can't play phone games. The fact it just hurts my brain thinking about it. The only good phone game. Look,
Fruit
the
Ninja,
only good phone games.
Cut the
The
rope.
only good phone games are the ones that were already on PC and they were imported somehow. Okay, that's the only ones that are good. Anything that's designed on phone, okay, Fruit Ninja was fun, okay, but that was beginning era and people were trying new things. Now it's a formulated, it's a piece of shit. You know, Raid Shadow Legends is on every sponsored video ever, and I despise it, okay? The game sucks. It's horrible. It's a fucking waste of RPG time, okay?
And
Not even Flappy Bird?
But it's very ambitious, though.
Flappy Bird.
They have a year plan, a year map.
Dude,
Why did they have to take it off the App Store again?
They like some copyright stuff, but there was still a way you could like
Get the
Play.
APK on Android?
get the game, yeah, but I don't know, I wasn't able to do it.
Dude, here's what I despise about Raid Shadow Legends in particular. Every sponsored video they enter in, they give them the exact same script, and people aren't allowed to get off script.
Exactly, yeah.
They say the exact same thing. I watched 100 videos, and it's just a different voice. Even the visuals are the same. I despise it. Despise it to my core. If you want me to like your game, put the fucking game and let the guy play it. Like what the guys at Paradox did when they gave Imperator for free and told a ton of YouTubers, like, just make a video on it. There you go.
Hold
know?
on. You hated
Just
every
fucking
phone game you claim. Even
Yes.
Pokemon Go?
Yes. That's a fucking waste of a game.
Game was
There is no game in
was
it.
not that bad. It
There
got
is
old.
no game in it. It's just catch people
It
and pay
made
money.
people exercise.
Die,
But
Louis.
You
it
can just
got
buy
DLC in Pikachu and Eevee.
you can just lay in your bed and buy incenses over and over again to get Pokemon.
Yes.
Stop
yes.
making sense, money. I wasn't talking to you.
It's a terrifying, dude. I wanted gameplay. I got excited for Pokemon Go. I thought there were battles, right? So I jumped in. I'm like, oh, we were gonna battle the gyms, and then I saw people fighting for the gyms. I'm like, what the fuck is this waste of life? Fuck you. Fuck the game. Delete everything. Sorry
Are
for
you
being
Team
hyped.
Valor or Team Mystic?
I was the red team.
I was Team Instinct.
He's the cool kid.
No, I'm the only one because that was the only team that looked like it didn't give a fuck. So like click.
What was the red team?
Valor.
Valor. Okay, yeah, I was Team Valor. Then there was
by the way, whoever's in Team Mystic can go suck my ass. Okay.
What?
You pretentious pieces of shit.
he sat up like you just insulted his mother, bro.
Team Valor's okay though. Team Valor, you're our bros, okay?
Dude, Team Valor, I'm not even gonna lie. The reason I got Team Valor was because when you had the option to choose, I was like trying to skip stuff on the game quick to actually get started, and that was just the first option.
I honestly would have just chose it based on what my favorite bird was, and I would have just chosen Mystic because I like Articuno so much.
I also
chose
like
based
red.
on the color. Yeah, blue.
Articuno is my favorite.
Yeah, both of you can go die, okay?
Not even Temple Run. You didn't like Temple Run.
No, Team Valor is awful.
I take that back. That
What
game.
about Subway Surfer?
Don't try. Don't even
please.
try, okay? Every time I've tried, I swear I've tried. I swear to God, I've always wanted to play a phone game. It sounds like a great idea, but all of them are bad. I can't even
Not even
one.
Angry Birds. Not even Angry Birds.
Yes, not even Angry
What about
Birds.
Angry Birds 2, though?
No, I hate you guys. You guys are torturing me.
What about
What
Angry
about
Birds
Black Ops?
the movie?
The
What about
movie. What
Black
about
Ops
Angry Birds the
Zombies?
movie 2?
What about Black Ops Zombies?
Emoji movie.
You didn't even want that? Black Ops
Okay.
Zombies?
Dude, if I want to play zombies, I play with a controller on a fucking console like a gentleman. Okay? Like an educated fucking member of high society.
Oh, come on. The novelty of it was cool to have Black Ops Zombies on my iPad.
Yeah, for like 3
Middle school.
seconds. And like every other phone game, you delete it after.
Oh yeah, they have COD Mobile now. It's better than a new COD.
When I think of the worst game, this is why I suggested the biggest flop thing. I can only really think of games that were either in the beginning seen as good, and then everyone realized their shit. Just, for example, Red Dead. And games that everyone thought were going to be good, but turned out shit. I can't think of games that were actually shit.
Did it change your opinions on the first one at all? Did people go back and like, oh yeah, the first one wasn't that good?
I never played the first one because zombies. Zombie games are so boring and yeah.
I mean, everybody focused on making it a hyper-realistic zombie survival game, forgetting the fun part of playing zombie games, which is basically Doom. You know, blow faces and
Speaking
smack
of Doom,
things and
Doom Eternal is going to come out soon.
oh,
And that one looks pretty exciting.
dude, there is no Doom that is not good. Doom is just a god franchise. Okay,
Doom and Wolfenstein.
Yeah, dude, these are the things. These are the games that can do no wrong, as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on. What the hell is this?
What?
Did you hear Louis' imaginary girlfriend is 18 now? Okay, first of all, that makes me sound like a pedophile.
Drake.
No, she's not.
Oh, you
first of
just
all.
got this? You got?
Saw it. Got lost in the crowd, I guess. He's talking about Billie Eilish, yeah. She is my current celebrity crush. That's whatever.
Come on, man. You're the
She's not imaginary. Hold on, she's not imaginary though.
I thought it was that one girl from Black Lagoon.
I don't know who you're talking about. I
Oh,
really know
oh,
who you're talking about.
okay, yeah. All right.
What girl from that? What is Black Lagoon?
For fuck's sake, Aziz.
See, FBI, look at this. He's the one.
How do you plan to enter the blue mosque with that tongue? Go. Go the sea.
No, here's the thing. Here's why I love Billie Eilish, not the way Louis does. Okay,
Eilish, not Irish.
whatever. She's Irish. She looks Irish. I don't know. It's not her. It's that guy on YouTube who made like that parody how to sing the bad guy.
Yes, that's
With the pillow flop. Oh.
Yeah, he hit the pillow flop, and I just died. And he's like, "I'm the bad guy." Duh. I'm like, "Yes,
Did you know the
yes,
popular comment on YouTube ever is "I'm the
yes."
bald guy"?
he got an actual plaque. YouTube sent him a plaque. It's fucking beautiful. I love that shit. I fucking love that guy, man.
Johnny, let's talk about Billy. What? She's 18 now. I know you want to make this creepy, but it's not that creepy. It's not that scary. Chill. She's 18. That's.
How old are you, Louis? 28?
I'm
years.
I'm old enough to where if I were to get with her, it wouldn't be weird. At least.
Yeah, especially if you're the guy. She can climb up the ranks. It's fine.
Yes.
But okay, we did two.
The Aziz laugh.
No. Before we forget, okay, Hassan, you're the last guy who gives worst game. Come on, give us your worst game.
Okay, worst game. So I made a joke about it at the beginning of the live stream, but my worst game of the decade is Death Stranding.
Okay, I can go behind that. I can go behind that.
It's not necessarily because of the game itself. It's because of the fact that I don't want people to get the idea that video games don't have to be fun. A video game has to be fun to be good, period. And I don't want that to ever be confused in people's minds ever again.
And as the Reggie Fields the man once said, if it's not fun, why bother? Thank you guys for watching.
No, we're not done yet. Fuck you. No, we're not done yet. Fuck you. No,
Reggie is enjoying his retirement playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on his Nintendo 3DS.
Yes.
Oh, that was another funny or another fun phone game, Crossy Road, the remake of Animal Crossing.
I love Crossy Road.
Yes.
You guys are torturing me. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you and your phones.
I can never time the logs properly.
Get Stack. Get Stack. Stack is a good mobile game.
Stack.
Okay. Honestly, we can stop by now. Like, I'm getting a headache.
It's just you guys are ridiculous. I swear. Like phone games and shit. Like how dare you? How dare you? Phone is to call with.
Okay, boomer.
No, actually, the boomers are the ones who play the phone games. They're the ones that they are the targeted audience. Fuck you, Louis.
That people still play Candy Crush.
Yes, it's an entire genre of gaming now. It's tile matching games. Fuck you.
Back in my days, you had to sit on PC and play those, and it was called Bejeweled, and it was called awesome.
How many people do you think?
Bejeweled is fucking
Bejeweled is amazing. Bejeweled is zen. It's great.
Dude, Bejeweled is the only game my dad, played on a master level for years. He would speed run the thing. If he has an hour to kill, he would fucking speed run it, and I would watch him like the fucking Manchurian Candidate, just watching him kill the fucking game. It was fucking amazing. I love Bejeweled.
How many people do you think play?
Speedrun Zuma. Do you guys know Zuma?
Zuma 2.
Zuma's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually bought the new one and I played it.
Sorry. It's not Bejeweled that my dad killed. It's Zuma. I mixed them up. It's the one where the frog.
Why do dads like Zuma? Yeah.
Yes.
I got really good at it too.
It's one of those work games you can just play on the work computer. Probably.
Yes. It's fucking tremendous. I love that game. Funny enough, I never played it. I just watched my dad play it, and I was more engrossed in the experience, I believe, than he was, because that was the only time I would sit in the living room, is when my dad would be playing the fucking game. Otherwise, I'd be playing a video game in my place. Instead, my dad's playing. Okay, let's pretend I'm watching TV and watch him play instead.
I know my dad still plays Solitaire, the Solitaire app.
Do you guys remember the Windows XP games? The Space Cadet Pinball?
Minesweeper. Mine is always Minesweeper. I'm a Minesweeper through and through.
Dude, do y'all remember Backyard Baseball?
That would be a mobile game. The Windows XP games for a mobile game. Just have all the
I
Windows
did play
XP games.
Minesweeper on the phone for the longest time. That was the only game.
My guilty pleasure game is Sudoku. I play Sudoku, these types of games.
Sudoku's work, man. It's not.
Never actually managed to sit down and figure out how to play Sudoku.
It's a simple at concept, but it has a high skill level.
Yes, there's a high skill gap, Trillion. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. You have to put 3,000 hours to even get good at it.
The thing about Sudoku was I just never felt like doing more math problems after school and getting my homework done.
Yes, that is fair enough. Actually,
I would sit in class. If class is too boring, I will do Sudoku.
That way, you're still stimulating the mind.
Yes. A loophole. Holy shit! My phone's gonna die. See you.
Okay.
I put it in the charge when it was like 9%, and now it's 3%. And I just realized.
Yeah, the video function burns the battery, so unless you have fast charging, you won't be able to actually.
I have wireless charging, thank you.
Hey, Lewi, how long did it take for your iPhone to get fast charging?
What do you mean, like what version, or like how fast did it charge today?
See, that's the level of.
It takes like a half hour for this thing to fully charge, sometimes less. I don't know. I don't keep track. What kind of nerd sits there and watches his phone charge?
No,
that's the question. Really,
you're yourself. Do you even know what fast charging means, Lou? That's the real question.
Trillion.
What?
My phone charges pretty fast. That's all I need to know. That's all I need.
How long does that iPhone battery last?
A long time, actually, days.
Oh, that's good. It's very good.
It is very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Dark Arcade, you're boring. Chess is not boring. Fuck you.
Chess is not.
How dare you?
Chess is work, bro.
No, it's not. Now, if you're playing on like a regular level and you're just having a casual game, and then you can flex your intelligence on the other person.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how chess works. Okay, I must sweat hard when playing chess.
Dude, have you ever played Blitz chess?
Wrong.
That's the most fun experience ever.
Have I ever played what?
Blitz chess. 3-minute timer. You versus the other guy. Let's go.
That's how I like to play it, regardless of the other players.
That's the New York style, where they just sit
the
at
amount
the
of raid. No, that's not New York. That's just Blitz chess. There's tournaments for this shit.
No,
guys,
but like all the chess
the
movies are in
chess
New York
guy?
in Central Park with the.
Guys. Chess
Yeah, with the clock. Yeah, with the clock. Yeah, we have a clock app. Me and my brother. My brother is better than me, so he gets 5 minutes, or rather, he gets 3, and I get 5 because I'm worse. And then we play, and then I beat him with time. We have to actually. He has to fight me for it. I love that shit.
But seriously, have you ever seen a match of chess boxing?
Yes.
You play around the chess. Then you box each other till you can't think. Then you play chess again. Then you keep doing that.
It's fucking brilliant. I love that shit. 3-minute rounds. I love that. I don't know who came up with that, but it's so dumb. I love it.
It works. It's brains.
Dude,
it's brawn. It's everything.
As you're telegraphing the left hook, you're also trying to match d5 and wondering whether the knight move is the best one. It's brilliant. I love that shit. It's next level.
It's like one of those weird games that have competitions. I've seen quite a few of them. I've seen Professional Tag. Have you seen that one?
What the fuck?
There's Professional Tag. It's so insane.
No, my favorite one. Dude, my favorite one is the armchair, the armchair race that the Japanese do, which is basically you sit in a moving armchair and then they clear out the street and then a bunch of people race with their armchairs. It's fucking weird.
I think the biggest fad going on right now of like contests is I see the Facebook videos and like the TikTok videos, the slap boxing tournaments.
Oh, the slap boxing is fucking intense, man. Dude, Dude, the champion of slap boxing
Did you
got
see the one?
dethroned the other day. Holy shit!
Did
It's
you
so
see the
whack.
video? Did you see the video of the fat guy with the big hands who smacked
Yes,
the
dude,
thin
that
guy?
guy
with
is
the-
that guy was the undefeated
Did you-
champion
did you
until he
see the
got
slow-mo?
dethroned.
Did you see the slow motion? The dead skin blew
Yes,
off that guy's face.
I watch everything. Okay, I love slap boxing. Whenever I see it anywhere, I just click, enjoy myself and leave. And that guy, the fat guy, got dethroned. He did one of his slaps, but he had like one guy.
He actually got exposed because it turns out he was using his wrist in slap boxing, which is against the rules.
Really?
Well, yeah, he was knocking people out with his slap.
Yeah, he was cheating and using his wrist. You can't do that in slap boxing.
Oh, I thought that was legal. I thought that was
No,
the
you
point.
can't use your wrist because you're not slapping. You're hitting him with your
You're face
wrist.
palming them, yeah.
Yeah.
No. My favorite sport that I saw on YouTube, but I never got around to actually watching, or watched one video and then never kept up. They basically have like a fucking like war simulator, and they give you like blunt weapons, and you wear a full suit of armor, and you're a team of 30 versus 30, and you
Oh, the
represent your
medieval.
country.
The
And then you
medieval
guys
fights.
charge, yeah. You charge at each other like a fucking battle. Everybody just smacks each other until one yields and leaves, or something. I don't know. I never got the rules. They were all speaking like gibberish European languages, and but you would watch and you're like, yes, kill each other, and yeah, like it says something about humanity when that's the thing that entertains me most in sports.
Are you sure you weren't watching a LARP party or something?
No, it's not LARP. The full-on armor suits and metal fucking weapons. They're just blunt. That's the only thing. Nowhere close to these fag LARPing fucking sessions. Okay, none of that crap.
Way to let the kids know this is not for them.
This is not a kid-friendly show, by the way. It's for YouTube, just in case. Just in case. We're not child-friendly.
Fuck.
I don't think you
LARPing.
wanna. I don't think you wanna say it like that. That gives it another meaning.
LARP, Dark
Stands for
Cry
Loser
is...
and Reject Party.
Yes, it's very close to that. Basically, the concept is you role play, right? And you role play with the worst tools possible, and the worst. It's just ridiculous. Just look up a video. I don't want to explain it. Just the words coming out of my mouth would give me AIDS. Just go.
It's up to you to decide whether it's better than furries or not.
It is okay. It's better than furries. At least they have a functionality, which is they give flavor to events. Because like events who want flavor would bring LARPers in to do the work, so nobody has to actually cringe. They just cringe at other people.
The event is at a zoo, Trillion. Did you ever consider that? No, because you're a very inconsiderate person.
Do you ever worry that furries are gonna come out into the open and demand to be normalized because of
Already
Dude, I fucking hope so for one reason. I think that will be the wake up call for everybody.
What, that
I
we need
think-
to have a thing more? I mean, that we need to talk about these things?
No, it's like, okay, gender is a spectrum, male and female, and everything else, blah, blah, blah. What about furries? Oh, shit. What have we opened? I think that will be the wake-up call for most normal people.
No, that's
Only the
nothing.
most
Wait,
extreme.
wait till we get to otherkin.
Oh,
What's
yes.
It's the people that believe very passionately
Very passionately.
they were born as a dragon or a cat or a lamp. Frankly, anything, but they were born in the wrong body.
Yes. They are, like, people will go on full-on descriptions saying that they're wool. Sitting
they'll
in their
act like
parents'
they
basement. Yes.
You know those
Yes.
those girls that constantly wear like cat ears and stuff? Not during Halloween time either. Like just
No, I see
Yeah.
them on the bus.
yeah, that's the
Oh,
beginning
no.
stage of otherkin.
And then slowly it evolves to them having a tail, and God knows how they attach that. And they just walk around dressed like that, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm a cat. You want to
It's
hear
like-
my cat sound? Meow, 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 meow." They make stupid sounds. Like,
Meow.
It's like at least the furries know not to do it in public. Typically.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Furries hide. At least where we're from. I don't know what happens in the States. You guys
States,
have
they have
conventions.
But that's
Yeah,
the
they go.
they only come out for the conventions. The other kin are others all the time.
Yeah, dude, I still like that's a reference to you,
kid.
Darkrai Q8. It's like Aziz came to me one day, right, and he was like, this is ridiculous, right? And he's like, I've been following like a channel of a guy who's like tinkers with machines and reviews machines of one type or another. And he was very good at his job, but one day he made a live stream where he had the face cam, and his face cam, okay, was a program of a wolf simulation that moves whenever he moves his mouth.
Isn't that
right? And it's like, where did that come from? What the
no.
fuck? You were fixing gadgets. What the fuck happened?
I'm telling you, you just never know what's going on behind the scenes.
So always be wary, guys.
If only he never revealed that side of himself, how many more subscribers he'd have.
Right? But you know,
We
dude,
never know.
dude, one of my favorite pastimes is trying to discover where it all began. And to me, I don't know where it began, but I know when it's
Chris Jam.
exploded. Yes, Space Jam.
No,
Space
Chris Jam.
No, fuck Chris Jam. No, Space Jam. And it was the bunny, the female bunny.
Oh,
Lola.
Okay.
I
Lola.
think that's where that was the point where furries got created. Okay? She walked around all seductively. The child saw it associated with sex, and now we have a generation of furries. Good job, guys. Good job, fucking basketball in your fucking shit movies.
Oh, there was also the chick from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then like the
But she wasn't a furry.
wasn't
She
it?
wasn't
like,
Lola.
None of them were furries
no,
because that didn't exist. It's just people deviated.
and they are on
You know-
the part.
It always starts somewhere. It always starts somewhere.
Yes, and to me, Space Jam is where it hits critical mass. That's when an entire generation, because everybody watched it.
Doesn't that make you worry though? If they're talking about the Space Jam sequel coming up?
With LeBron and Klay Thompson and all
No,
that.
damage already has been done. There is no harm to be made, honestly. It's damage already done.
Don't jinx it.
Dude, now the big thing is robots. Next thing you know, people will be into like robotics. That's the new thing, okay? That's the thing we should worry about. Okay, because the second that happens, a certain prediction will come true, and when that happens, goodbye us.
What, Terminator?
No, not Terminator. Bill Burr's version of Death of Destruction, which is they're gonna fuck us into extinction. They're gonna make these super bots that do it way better than we can ever hope to do it, and then we'll just fuck those instead of procreate, and we'll just go extinct.
And you know what? Maybe the dramatic way that we should go out.
I mean,
Maybe we deserve it.
maybe. I mean, it's better than climate change. That's for certain. Death by climate change is so lame compared to that. We fucked ourselves into extinction. You know, you can use that. Like, how did your species extinct? You know, go extinct. That's a way more epic one than nuclear warfare. That's a generic, right?
I hope the aliens are around. I don't know. The nuclear warfare one. Like, I hope the aliens are around. However we go out, they're here to witness, you know, the start of it, or perhaps the end of it, you know, so they can still write about us.
Yes.
It'll be in their
No,
memory.
On that note, though, guys, we did hit our 2-hour mark. So, closing remarks, everybody.
Hit it and quit it, boys.
Start off 2020 strong. You know, it's a new decade.
Okay, we got the motivational speaker here.
Take it in
100%.
stride.
Eat less Chinese food.
You know, it's you got to get that energy.
And find a desperate housemaid look shop and go to town.
Lewi will finally get his waifu.
We're all gonna die, so live to the max.
And finally, what's the point of Big D energy without Big P juice? Thank you for watching.
What the hell is Big P juice?
You gotta end it now. You gotta
Yeah, just abort mission.